Hello and welcome to my website Eberhart.com. You clicked on this video because you're probably keen to find out a bit more about me, and I'm here to tell you about my story and my personal journey with my body, food, nutrition and fitness. So without further ado, let's dive in. Maybe you've been looking at my website, you've been looking at my Instagram pictures, maybe you've been watching some of my YouTube channel. And you probably think, yeah, it's easy for her. She was born with a good metabolism, or maybe skinny jeans. And actually that's quite far away from the truth. I was born a 4.2 kilo baby, for real. And I've been hearing a lot of times that doctors and nurses in hospital were like, well, why on earth is this baby in hospital? And they just couldn't believe it when they were told I was a newborn. So much for skinny jeans and a speedy metabolism for me. As a child, I was not eating much, but according to my mom's words, I was just prospering and thriving with not so much food. As long as I can remember, I was seeing my friends that were a bit smaller, a bit skinnier, a bit cuter than me. I had a stomach that was sticking out and I wasn't big, but I wasn't thin either. I remember trying to be like them and being very self-conscious about what I was eating, feeling guilty for eating chocolate and trying to eat less because secretly I was trying to be a bit smaller and skinnier. I started dieting at a very young age. I remember being 13 and convincing my mom to buy me protein powders so that I could start a diet during the Easter holiday. Fast forward to when I was 18, I had put on quite a bit of weight and I was very uncomfortable in my own skin. And I decided to do something about it and seek professional advice. So I went to a dietitian. I went to see this lady who was working in a hospital. She put me on a diet. So I started following the diet she prescribed for me. Initially it worked. And after a few months, I had lost a bit of weight, but I began to put the weight back on. Although I had changed absolutely nothing to my diet. So I put all the weight back on, and you probably know how yo-yo dieting works. Some additional kilos along the way. So I went back to that dietitian and was not sure what was going on, and I had no clue that was maybe my metabolism slowing down. And this is why I'm doing what I do today. That's why I'm so passionate about what I do, about helping women with their nutrition and body health and fitness and thriving, being full of energy. This dietitian looked me in the eye and she said, there is nothing else I can do for you. There is nothing else I can do for you. So I went back home, and I guess at that age I didn't have the perspective to maybe question the abilities of this healthcare professional. And I saw myself as a big failure, and even worse, a failure of the medical system. So I was there with my rolls and a body I felt terrible in. I hated my body. I felt really down on myself and depressed, and I had no idea what to do. And that's something I never want anyone to have to experience or hear ever again. So I've been through my journey, and between my 20s and my 40s, I'm happy to say, I've been maintaining a very consistent body weight. I lost the excess body fat I was carrying, and at 22, my world actually changed when I discovered exercise. And here again, I wasn't born a natural sports person. I was born with asthma and allergies. I hated the gym. Gym teachers didn't like me either because I was pretty bad. I had no special skills or abilities. I couldn't run. I have the experience of trying to run and having asthma crisis after asthma crisis. I remember some mates telling me off because I was so useless and dumb with a ball playing volleyball or basketball, you name it. And at 22 I discovered exercising, and ever since I'm now in my very early 40s, I got leaner, I lost the excess fat, and I've never dieted again. I am never feeling deprived. I eat everything and I've never felt so good. And I'm here to show you that there is hope, that there is always a solution, and that you don't need to diet, you don't need to feel hungry, you don't need to give up on your social life. I love exercising, but I exercise because it makes me feel good and because for me it's fun and it's pleasurable. When I initially started, let's be honest, just to look better, I was a gym bunny. It was tough for me. I mean, I did a bit of hiking when I was a teenager, and I would have asthma crisis, and whenever I would go on a hiking weekend or alpinism weekend, doing rock climbing or other things, I was struggling. It was tough. But this helped me to develop stamina and grit and determination and this love for really pushing my boundaries, not listening to what people were telling me about my weight, about my body, about what I could do or couldn't do because of my asthma and other conditions. If you want to be coached, if you want to try something different, something new, where you don't have to diet or give up on your life to have results, with healthy results that you can sustain over the long term, this is what I'm passionate and this is what I'm best at doing. I'd be very happy to meet you, maybe for a personal training session or an initial nutritional assessment. And I would be very happy to answer your questions, get to know you, and that together would bring you to exactly where you want to go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next soon. Bye for now.